Welcome back to History Rescored. This is a story that should not exist. The year is 1937, and the Japanese Imperial Army is unleashing unimaginable horror in Nanking, China. A devastating atrocity known as the Nanking Massacre. Amidst the chaos, a small beacon of hope emerged. But here is the paradox that history tried to forget. The man who stood up to the Japanese, protecting hundreds of thousands of terrified Chinese civilians, was a German businessman, a powerful Siemens executive, and a proud, card-carrying member of the Nazi Party. Meet John Rabe. He was a loyal Nazi who wore his Swastika armband, but he used his political status not to serve the Axis alliance, but to shield 250,000 people from the brutality of his own allies. How could a loyal Nazi risk his life to save people his ideology deemed subhuman? Rabe defied orders to evacuate, choosing instead to stay and chair the International Committee for the Nanking Safety Zone. He personally housed over 600 refugees on his own property, famously flying a massive Nazi flag over his home. A dark irony that provided tangible protection, as the Japanese military was allied with Hitler's Germany. Rabe's diary entries from that time are some of the most visceral, heartbreaking records of the massacre, documenting the rapes, murders, and sheer brutality he witnessed. He regularly confronted Japanese soldiers, flashing his swastika armband to demand they respect the neutral zone. While his Nazi membership gave him the leverage to save countless lives, it ultimately became his undoing. Upon returning to Germany, Rabe attempted to report the Japanese atrocities to the Reich government, an act that led to his immediate arrest and interrogation by the Gestapo. The man revered as the Oskar Schindler of China was silenced by his own country. John Rabe's incredible, morally tangled story forces us to look beyond labels and ask what drives true heroism. He was a man with a flawed ideology who performed an undeniable humanitarian miracle. If this stunning historical paradox surprised you, hit the like button and share this short. Let's make sure the world remembers John Rabe. And tell me in the comments, do you think Rabe's Nazi membership helped or hindered his status as a hero? Own Rabe, choosing humanity over ideology. Subscribe to History Rescored